Hey, what's up, my YouTube ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode. I got a good one lined up for us. I got my updated SEC quarterback rankings. I got my updated SEC team rankings. I got my updated college football top 12 rankings. We're going to discuss what Mateer plays Saturday in the Red River Shootout. I know they changed it to the Red River rivalry. But around here, it's still the Red River Shootout. Because we're not pansies. I wish Tennessee bring the beer barrel back. I know I happened to take it away. It was tragic. But things happen. I'd love to play for the beer barrel again. I'm getting off topic as usual. I'm going to preview the OU Texas game, the Red River Shootout, y'all. I skipped it yesterday. Forgot to tell y'all I was skipping it to see what kind of update we get on Mateer, so we're going to cover that. We're going to revisit the AP Top 10 from the preseason, see where all those top 10 teams are now. We're going to talk about the teams that have never lost 9 games in a season. It's a very select few. We're going to cover that. We're also going to talk about a quarterback from Division II, FCS, that completed so many passes in a row, it'll blow your damn mind. He broke the record. It's enough rambling on, y'all. Y'all do that YouTube stuff for me before we get going. You know what it is. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that bell. Hit all. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't. If you are, you're an OG, and I appreciate the hell out of you. If you ain't, it don't cost you nothing. It just helps me out. So if you'd please do that, I'd be forever grateful. Get in that comment section. Let's get this show rolling, y'all. First things first, we're going to hop right into my rankings, y'all. We're going to start with the SEC team rankings. Some of y'all might like these, some of you might not. We're going to compare to last week's after we go over these. We got a little mix up here, y'all. After a wild Saturday last week, I had to update my rankings. The bottom two are the same. You got Arkansas at 16, Kentucky at 15. Texas at 14. Mississippi State at 13. Auburn 12, Florida 11. South Carolina 10, LSU 9, Vandy 8, Georgia 7, Bama 6, Missouri 5, Oklahoma 4, A&M 3, the Tennessee Vols at number 2, and Ole Miss at number 1, y'all. I'm going to pull up the comparison from last week's, and then we're going to discuss why everybody moved to where they are. Because we had some movers, y'all. We had some move up. We had some drop drastically. It's all according to how they played this weekend. So let's go over it. Left is the old one. Right is the new one. Let's get rid of this ticker for a minute. The bottom two, like I said, they stayed the same. Last week, Florida was at 14. This week, Texas at 14. It explains itself. Texas went to the swamp, got their ass whooped. Score was closer than it really should have been. It was an ass whooping from start to finish. Florida went BTA on them, belt to ass. I didn't see it coming. Not many people outside Florida fans probably saw it coming. So I dropped Texas all the way from 9 to 14. Texas has still not beat a Power 4 opponent this year, y'all. I can't keep you up in my rankings if you haven't beat a Power 4 team. They've literally beat up on cupcake teams like Oklahoma Tech, School of the Blind, teams like that. And every time they played a good team, they've lost. Florida really whooped their ass worse than Ohio State did. So Texas drops 5 spots, number 14. Mississippi State, they dropped from 11 to 13. They played A&M good for the first half. Second half, A&M blew it open. Had dropped Mississippi State below Auburn because Auburn played A&M closer at A&M. So I took the head-to-head into consideration. Auburn's still at 12. Number 11, I got Florida. Florida jumped 3 spots after a big win against Texas. Could be a season-saving win. They got a gauntlet coming up still. But 2 and 3 looks a lot better than 1 and 4. So I give it up to the Gators. I moved them up. Number 10, we got South Carolina. Number 9, we got LSU. Number 8, we got Vandy. Vandy dropped from 6 to 8. Georgia State is 7. I jumped Bama to 6. They traded places with Vandy since they beat Vandy. My top 5 is unchanged. Still got Mizzou, Oklahoma, Texas A&M, Tennessee, Ole Miss. This is definitely subject to change this weekend, y'all. We got a bunch of big matchups. So we'll have another update next Tuesday. That Bama Mizzou, one of them's going to fall because they play Saturday. Oklahoma, Texas play Saturday. There's big games this weekend, y'all. That's my updated rankings. Y'all get in the comment section. Tell me what you think about my updated rankings. Do you think they're close? If you don't, give me your 16 in the comment section. I'd love to see yours and go back and forth. You tell me why yours is the way yours is. I'll tell you why mine's the way they are. Let's move right along to my quarterback rankings, y'all. There's some movement here, too. 16, we got Cutter Boley. 15, Arch Manning. If all the off-season hype was true, Arch would be number 1. My number 1 quarterback would be 16. At 14, we got Jackson Arnold. Hugh Freeze has absolutely wasted so much talent at Auburn by picking the wrong quarterbacks. Peyton Thorne, then Jackson Arnold. If anything, he should have went and got Caden Salter, who knew his system, brought him down to Auburn, and seen what he could do in the SEC. Instead, he picks Jackson Arnold, who only had 1 decent game last year, and that was when he ran all over Bama, when they beat Bama by 21 points. Besides that, Jackson Arnold's done nothing. But yeah, he picked him over all the quarterbacks he could have went after. Blows my mind. It's like Hugh Freeze is just on a retirement tour or something. Number 13, I got Blake Shapen. 12, Garrett Nussmeier. 11, DJ Lagway. 10, Taylor Green. 9, Lenora Sellers. 8, Diego Pavia. 7, Gunnar Stockton. 6, Marcel Reed. 5, Trinidad Shambliss. 4, Bo Pabula. 3, John Mateer. 2, Ty Simpson. 1, Joey Dimes. You can call it bias. You can call it what you want to. I watch football all day, every Saturday. And Joey Dimes has impressed me more than any of these other quarterbacks. But Ty Simpson is closing in on him, y'all. Ty Simpson's looked really good since that Florida State game. Let's compare to last week, y'all. Let's see who moved, who went up, who fell. You'll see off top, Cutter Boley, State 16. Arch Manning dropped from 14 to 15. Jackson Arnold dropped 1 spot to 14. Blake Shapen dropped from 9 to 13. He really did not have a very good game against A&M on the road. Number 12, Garrett Nussmeier. He fell a spot. Number 11, I got DJ Lagway. Number 10, I got Taylor Green. I know Taylor Green didn't play, but I moved him up 2 spots. Because I was a little hard on him over that Notre Dame game. He let me down. Cost me some money. He, overall this year, he's definitely been top 10 in the conference. He had a bad game against Notre Dame. I got over the Notre Dame, the money he cost me. I've ranked him where he should be. I let money interfere with my brain, y'all. I ain't going to lie about it. So DJ Lagway, he jumped from 15 to 11, y'all. DJ looked pretty good against Texas. And Texas has been bragging about how great their defense is this year. How their offense has time to figure it out because their defense will win on games. Then they go down to the swamp, and Florida basically does anything they want to whenever they want to. Texas looked like Alabama's defense in week 1. Instead, it's week 6 when you shouldn't be looking like that. Number 9, the North Sailors. I jumped the North Sailors 1. There you go, Pavia at 8. He fell from 5 to 8, so he fell 3 spots. No player ever single-handedly cost their team a game. But Pavia came as close as you can to costing your team a game against Alabama. He threw an interception at the 10-yard line. He fumbled inside the 10-yard line. And he had another interception. Those 2 down there were critical. They had a chance to go up 10, 14 to nothing. If he didn't fumble that ball, then Alabama strikes. And then they're driving again. Think to maybe tie it back up, beat those interceptions. Something like that. Either way, he cost his team anywhere from 6 to 14 points, whether they got field goals or touchdowns out of those. That day, he definitely was the main reason they lost. He wasn't the sole reason they lost. Let's put it that way. Number 7, I got Gunner Stockton. He's up a spot. I got number 6, Marcel Reed. He stayed where he's at. I watched Trinidad Shambliss a little closer, y'all. I moved him up to 5. The kid can ball. SES champ to starter at Ole Miss and playing damn good ball in the SEC. Number 4, I still got Bo Pibula. Number 3, John Mateer. He fell a spot. He didn't play. Ty Simpson did, like I said. Besides Joey Dimes, Ty Simpson's been the best quarterback in the conference since the Florida State game. And he's pushing to take that spot from Joey Dimes. Joey Dimes may have a damn good game against Arkansas. If Ty Simpson has a good one against Missouri, Joey Dimes struggles. Much as I hate it, because Alabama, I cannot stand them. I'll have to move them. But these are updated every week, y'all, and I try not to let my orange blood get in the way of doing the rankings the way they should be. Once again, y'all get in the comment section. Give me your top 16 quarterbacks. If you don't want to give me your whole 16, just tell me which ones you agree with or which ones you disagree with. We'll talk about it in the comment section. I love going back and forth with y'all in the comment section. The only person that's commenting on the video and ain't got a response is the dude that told me I suck. That's because I had nothing nice to say, so I decided to keep it to myself. Let's go to my updated top 12 for the playoff, y'all. Number 12, I got Memphis. Number 11, Indiana. These didn't change much. I'm going to go ahead and be honest with you. 10, Texas Tech. 9, Bama. 8, Mizzou. 7, Oklahoma. 6, Tennessee. 5, A&M. 4, Ole Miss. 3, Oregon. 2, Miami. 1, Ohio State. This isn't necessarily how I think they're going to be ranked at the end of the year. This is just based off these teams' resumes at the moment and how I think they've looked. This is how I'm ranking them right now. Let's go ahead and get the comparison up, because some of y'all might think I had a team or two fall out that I didn't, because I wasn't high on them to begin with. So last week, my top 5 was almost the same. I moved Texas A&M to Tennessee. Tennessee was on a bye. Texas A&M played Mississippi State. They whooped Mississippi State's ass in the second half. So I moved down above Tennessee for this week, as much as I hated to. So the top 4 is the same: Ole Miss, Oregon, Miami, Ohio State. I really thought about moving Miami to number 1, but until Ohio State loses, they're number 1. They're the defending champs. I can't put Miami above them. even if I think Miami could be a better team. So number 7's the same. Number 8's the same. I moved Bama from 11 and 9. If you see, nobody in my playoffs last week to this week fell out. I didn't have Penn State in my playoff. I didn't have Texas in my playoff. So them two losing didn't affect my rankings at all. Y'all give me your top 12. I'd love to see them. After Penn State lost to Oregon, I told y'all, they're probably going to lose another one at least to Ohio State. Maybe Indiana, somebody if they play them. I can't remember their schedule off the top of my head right this second, y'all. But then they turn around, get their ass whooped by UCLA. That's exactly why I'll never have James Franklin and Penn State in my top 10. They beat up on bad teams, then lose to good teams every single time. And now, if they're going to start losing to bad teams too, Franklin's ass will get hot, y'all. That seat's going to get hot. He's going to have blisters on his ass. This seat's going to be so hot. I'm telling you, it's already like that. Penn State fans are done with him. He has to win out to win that fan base back after that atrocious game last week, y'all. Let's go to the updated Heisman odds next, y'all. The team gets a bye week and their quarterback drops from 5 to 9 in the Heisman odds. Aguilar was tied for 5th in the Heisman odds last week. Now he's 9th. You got Marcel Reed 10, Aguilar 9 at plus 2,000. Mateer at 7, Sayin at 6, Chambliss. Hold on, I'm getting off track here. No, Mateer at 8, Sayin at 7, Chambliss at 6, Mendoza at 5, Jeremiah Smith at 4, Ty Simpson at 3, Carson Beck at 2, Dante Moore at 1. Why is Jeremiah Smith still so high? And Julian Sayin. I mean, Julian Sayin's played good. But why is Jeremiah Smith so high when he's like not even top 10 in yards and touchdowns? It makes no sense. Yes, he's really good. Yes, you hyped him up all off season. But when is his production going to have to match his odds for the Heisman? It's like Chris Brazzell. Absolutely 100% being the number 1 receiver in the country this year. Where's his love at? He don't get none. It blows my mind how long these odds makers and the AP voters will stick to their preseason guys just out of spite, just out of not wanting to say they was wrong. It really blows my mind. While we're talking about that, let's pull up preseason top 10, y'all, and let's see where everybody's at now. Texas was number 1. They're unranked. Penn State was number 2. They're unranked. Ohio State was 3. They're number 1. Clemson was number 4. They're unranked. Georgia was 5. They're ranked 10th. Notre Dame was 6. They're ranked 16th somehow with 2 losses. Make it make sense. Vandy's ranked 20th with 1 loss and have wins over South Carolina, Virginia Tech. Somebody else. Who else did they beat? They beat somebody else good. But yet they're ranked 20th with 1 loss, and Notre Dame has 2, and they're ranked 16th. That's all I'm saying. These people are married to their preseason hot picks. They will keep them up there as much as they possibly can. Oregon started at 7. They're at 3. Alabama started at 8. They're at 8. LSU at 9. They're at 11. Even after a pretty much ass whooping by Ole Miss, LSU got it within a score. They only dropped 2 spots in the preseason. Miami started at 10. They're at number 2. So 3 of the top 4 is unranked right now. Notre Dame has only fell 10 spots with 2 losses. Make it make sense. So that goes to show you how they stick to their damn baby dolls. Notre Dame, if that was Vandy, they'd have fell out of the polls with 2 losses. They had to drop Penn State out. They probably didn't want to. They had to. After you lose to a team that hadn't even had a lead in a game this year, you got to fall out of the poll with it being your second back-to-back loss. Texas hasn't beat a Power 4 team. How can you beat them ranked? Speaking of Texas, we got the Red River Shootout this week, y'all. We're going to give you the update on Mateer first when we cover the game. Oklahoma quarterback John Mateer is pushing to return for Saturday's game against Texas. There's a belief that Mateer returned less than 3 weeks after hand surgery is possible. As he has reacted well to the operation, it's unclear when a decision will be made on him being available. As Oklahoma coach has said publicly, that's uncertain when he will return. Brent Venable said, I don't know anything about the injury. When they tell me he's available, I'll let you know. Mateer had surgery on September 24th. The timeline was expected to be about a month. Come Saturday, it'll be 17 days, they said. So if he does play, that means he's way ahead of schedule. And will his grip on the ball be good enough for him to not make mistakes? I'm not sure if he's going to play. That's the only update we're going to probably get until, I know tomorrow we're supposed to get the SEC injury thing, and then I think you get another on Friday. We probably won't know if Mateer's going to play until probably right before the game Saturday. If I had to guess, I'd say he's not going to play this weekend, y'all. And I think Vegas don't think he's going to play because they got Texas favored by 1.5 in this game. It started at 2.5. Now it's down to 1.5. The over-under is 42.5. That tells me Vegas does not think that John Mateer will play Saturday. If he does play, I love Oklahoma in this game. If he don't play, I'm not too sure because I'm not sold on their backup. He's one who came in and played against Tennessee last year after Jackson Arnold turned the ball over 3 or 4 times. It's a big weekend for Oklahoma, y'all. They can't afford many losses with the schedule they've got coming up. If they do lose, I think the committee might take into consideration if Mateer doesn't play. I think if there's any way possible Mateer plays, he's out there, y'all. If he can get cleared, he'll be out there, even if it might be a little soon. I mean, that's the reason you go to Oklahoma and Texas, is to play in the Red River Shootout. That's going to be an interesting one to watch, y'all. Hopefully we get some more news by Thursday when we make our picks. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it out there. If Mateer plays, I'll take Oklahoma in that game. If he don't, I'll probably take Texas, even though Texas looked like hot trash. Oklahoma's offensive line is so bad. Mateer is literally the thing that keeps that offense rolling, y'all. Texas, can their defense recover after a bad week? There's a lot of storylines in that game, y'all. I'm not too sure. I don't like Oklahoma in that game. Mateer don't play. That's all I'm going to say. Because I think Texas defense did just have a bad game against Florida. But I think they will eat. If Oklahoma cannot pass the ball, they have tried to run the ball in Texas, they're not going to be able to. Oklahoma has not been able to run the ball on anybody this year, and it's not going to start against Texas. So y'all stay tuned with me. Make sure you subscribe, checking out the videos. I'll keep you updated. Anything I find out on my tier throughout the week. As of right now, it's up in the air. If I had to guess, I'd say he don't play, y'all. That's just my opinion. Let's go to this FCS quarterback, y'all. This is absolutely a crazy stat. This kid from Western Carolina, Taron Dickens, had one of the greatest games in college football history. He started the game 46 of 46, y'all. Yes, 46 consecutive completions. You think at some point a receiver would drop one or something before you get to 46. I watch high-level ball every Saturday, and there's drops all over the field. This dude's receiver's got some sure hands, y'all. 46 consecutive completions. He destroyed the previous record of 29 and finished 53 of 56 overall for 378 yards, 3 touchdowns. So that completion, the yards out there, tells me it was a bunch of screen passes, maybe some drags, a slant mixed in. There wasn't no downfield passing. I don't care what it was. 46 straight completions is absolutely nuts, y'all. At one point, T. Martin held the SEC record. I think it was like 24 in a row against South Carolina, 23 or 24 in a row against South Carolina. The record was 29, and this dude got 46, so he broke it by 17, y'all. Don't let him play an FCS ball distract you from how amazing that record is, y'all. He broke the record by 17 completions. Just think about when you read practice reports from the fall and stuff. How many times you hear them say, oh, too many balls hit the ground, or you're sitting there watching games on Saturday. How many drops do you see? The fact that him and his receivers didn't let a ball hit the ground on 46 straight passes is absolutely insane. That's a record that'll probably never get broken, y'all. That guy, it will probably be in the record books for the rest of his life because that is absolutely insane performance. I know people's going to say, oh, it's FCS ball. I don't care if it's Pop Warner. I don't care if he's playing a Pop Warner team or a high school team. The fact that they got 56 in a row or 46 in a row, whatever it was, I done forgot now because I get fired up. The fact they got that many in a row and one didn't hit the ground, I don't care if they was playing Chattanooga School of the Blind. That's impressive. You don't even get through a practice with 46, 48 balls in a row not hitting the ground. That's how impressive that is. One last thing to cover, y'all. We got the SEC football tiers from John Reed from Fan Run Radio. This is week 7, so this is updated. Pretty sure they are really good, but not totally positive. You got Alabama and Georgia. Playoffs. You got A&M, Tennessee, Ole Miss. Will win this weekend unless they are frauds. Oklahoma and Missouri. So that's Missouri and Alabama. And Oklahoma plays Texas. I agree with the Oklahoma one if Mateer plays. But Missouri, I know it's at Missouri. But Bama, I'm still not sold on Bama being a national title contender, y'all. But Bama is better than we thought they were after week 1. I'm going to give them that. I cannot see these from this far away, y'all. Hanging out with Johnny Manziel is a bad idea, Vandy. I mean, come on. The media lied about their quarterbacks all offseason. Amen to that. LSU, Florida, South Carolina, Texas. The media lied about their quarterbacks all offseason. You're part of the media. You lied about them. I pumped the brakes on Manning in the offseason, Lagway in the offseason, and Sellers in the offseason. I kind of was on Nussmeier, but the other three, you can go back and watch my low-quality videos before I stepped my game up a little bit. They're still not high quality, but these was even lower quality. When I was talking about how overhyped Arch was, and Lagway was, and Sellers was. Would be good in the Big 12. Mississippi State, Auburn, and Arkansas. I agree with that. Coach is begging to be put out of his misery, Kentucky. Absolutely. I swear, I could see Mark Stoops retiring after this year, y'all. I really could. They're just not invested in football. Ever since the NIL stuff started and the revenue share is about to start, Kentucky's putting their funds into basketball. They're a basketball school. Calipari said that years ago, pissed Stoops off. But it's the truth. And he's found it out since all the revenue sharing and NIL stuff is starting. He's figured that out. Stoops didn't forget how to coach. He's winning 8, 9, 10 games a year at Kentucky. Now he can't win like 3 or 4. It's not because he can't coach. It's because they're not invested in winning football there. His best bet would be to retire or go be a defensive coordinator at a big-time school. He did take advantage of Florida being down, Georgia having Mark Richt, and Tennessee being down. And once Georgia got Kirby, Florida's still a little down, but they're, Tennessee's back up. He took advantage of some things, but he was still a good coach. If you win like that at Kentucky, you're a good coach. They've never won like that before. Stoops just in a bad spot. He's got a program that doesn't care about football. All they care about is basketball, and they're going to put all their resources into it. They said, Kentucky with the revenue sharing, you get like 20-some million a year to spend on players throughout all sports. They said Kentucky's going to put at least half of theirs into basketball. Most teams are going to do the opposite. They're going to put over half of theirs into football and then distribute the rest of it through their other programs. So, it is what it is for Mark Stoops, y'all, but they're probably right. He's ready to be put out of his misery. Let's make sure we didn't forget to go over anything. Oh, we did. The 9 losses in a season. This is the last thing, y'all. Is your team on this graphic? This is the only teams without 9+ losses in a season. Georgia, Miami, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and your Tennessee Volunteers. Ohio State is the only team that hasn't got an 8-loss season. It was Tennessee and Ohio State until Butch Jones' ass went freaking 4-8 his last year and knocked us into that category. We had never lost more than 7 games in a season in our whole history. And brick by brick, champions alive, Butch Jones, on his way out the door, made sure we lost an 8th game. Pruitt probably would have lost 8 in the season if it wasn't for COVID. Us only playing 10. He started 2-0, and then we lost 7 in a row or something crazy. Finished 3-7. If there was 12 games that year, he probably would have lost 8 too. But he didn't, so I'm putting all the blame on Butch. Is your team on there? If you're watching this, let me know. Is your team one of the teams that has never lost 9 games in a season? Thankfully, mine is. We should be there with Ohio State as one of the teams that haven't ever lost more than 7. But Butch Jones said, let me mess this up for you. Like he did every year he was here. That's the show for today, y'all. Y'all let me know what you think about my rankings. Y'all give me your rankings or just tell me what you disagree with on my rankings. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Before you leave, if you ain't already, do that YouTube stuff for me. Help a brother out. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't already. Get in that comment section. I appreciate every one of y'all who watches. God bless you and go Vols.